What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Rise, and today we're gonna look at two mouse pads. One is the Golden Standard, and the other one is the High Performance Desk Pad. So let's get into it. Let's talk about if I like them, if I don't like them, and we'll see you there. All right, first off, we got the Mira from Hi-Star. They sent this pad out. This pad's been pretty much undercover for the last month and a half or so, and one, right off the back, the design looks really cool. I give it to them. The boxing, 300 units. It's a super limited edition pad. And you got a lot of details on the box. You got all their specifications or technical details. It's a 490 by 420 pad. They claim that it's authentic pour-on. Not too sure, because it doesn't really feel like authentic pour-on like you would get on a artisan pad. Hybrid material, I'll talk about that in a minute, and enhanced stitching. And yes, the stitching is pretty damn good on this pad. But is this pad the gold standard of mouse pads? I'm not too sure about that one. Now, when it comes to this pad, right, just showed you everything. This is a textured pad, extra soft base, and it's priced at $50. Now, I know Lethal Gaming Gear is going to be releasing their soft Saturn Pro, which is $50. But with this pad alone, I don't see $50. When you pick the pad up, like, you don't even, like, it doesn't feel, you get that nice premium feel with the really good mouse pads. Hell, a lot cheaper pads feel, in my opinion, better. The glide, it's a weird glide. It's like you're moving, almost like moving your pad on like sand. You feel like little grains, which is, it's just a texture of a hybrid pad, right? Now, it's pretty loud on the skates, right? But with pretty much garbage skates, which this is the AJAS. I showed this last time in another review. The shape of this mouse is really good. Like, I like this mouse except for the skates. This mouse, like, grinds on the pad. It's not an enjoyable sound or feel on the skates, in my opinion. And the good old Fanatic Bolt, one of my favorite shapes. It's a lot slower because this mouse it's larger, and the skates are a little thinner. So this is a lot more controlled than on the X2, but they're very close. You get a controlled feeling. You're not getting a super, unless you're light-handed, which I'm not. Yeah, you might think this pad's kind of like a speedier pad, but when you're going for those micro movements, right, and you are a heavy-handed person, like, in my opinion, most gamers are, because I haven't really met too many people who are light-handed enough when you're in a nice micro-tracking scenario, one-on-one, against a character model that is nice and small, you're going to tense up. It's just a habit of gaming, right? And with tensing up and really feeling the pad, you're gonna feel that tug, which in my opinion is not enjoyable, and I like the freedom of some pads that don't have that tug, right? With the extra soft base on this pad, it's more noticeable when you put a little more pressure down, because this pad gives you a little bit of squish. It goes down. That's the benefits. In my opinion, it's the downside of using an extra soft base for your first Elite Series pad, right? It's their Elite Series pad. That's what they called it. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't see $50 worth of a pad there. The design's cool. I give it to them. The box looks cool. It's flat packaged, everything. There's many pads out there that outdo this pad tenfold. You got the P51 Mustang from PureTrack. That pad right now is my favorite cloth pad. Why? It's a balanced pad. It's a soft base, which, I mean, I wish that pad wasn't a mid, but it's not like as squishy as this pad. I still enjoy the P51 way more than this one. You can use a Locus GG pad, which is, you can find that pad for sometimes $15 on their website when they run sales. I think that's better than this. Odin Infinity. Hell, run that pad for $30+. That's it. 20 something dollars. I don't even know how much they cost now. But for their first Elite Series pad, I wish they used a firmer base. 1. 2. That's it. And a different texture. I don't like this hybrid texture, especially on these skates. It feels slower than a majority of the hybrid textures, and it just doesn't do it for me. It just, once again, I don't think this is worth $50. Now, the next pad we are going to look at is the 4D Gaming Company pad. Now, this is the box. They label it as speed and control, high performance mouse pad designed to the exact specifications of world-class gamers, content creators, and innovators. You get the size, 4D gaming, it's called Tesseract, 4-dimension, you know what I mean? Mouse pad size, this is a desk pad, it's a large desk pad. Right off the back, they didn't hit it because it's a desk pad. Many people don't use desk pads. They don't. A lot of people don't. And fold up the side a little bit. It's a Founders Edition. Now this pad goes for $54.99 on their website. $54.99. There's no shot that this pad should be $54. This is a controlled desk pad. Right here. Every single skate. Stock skates on the Ajax, which, yeah, they're not that great. Tiger Ice. Oh, I think these are actually core pads. Core pads on the Fnatic Bolt. Slow. Core pads on the Kovacs X2. Slow. I don't see where they're getting speed at all. Hell, I got Tiger Ice on my Orochi. It doesn't feel speed. Now, what I don't like the stitching. 1, the stitching doesn't, it's just a standard stitching that is raised above the surface. Raised above the surface. You can't see it, but it's there. It's thick. The pad itself is about 4 to 5 millimeters, somewhere in between there. It's a generic rubber backing, and it is a soft to extra soft base. Like, this has so much stopping power. When you press down on it, it is, in my opinion, not enjoyable to game with at all. Yes, both of these pads that I have that I'm talking about were sent out for free. So I'm not letting down on any of my reviews. Like, I don't understand how both of these pads cost and what they're costing. You have the Saturn Lethal X Nacho pad. You can get a desk pad that costs around $40 that has way better performance, way better stitching. It's a more firm base, and it's way more enjoyable. Plus, it has a badass design. The Tiger doesn't want to stay up. Way better design. Looks better. Feels better. Same smoothness. This pad is super smooth, by the way. But right off the back, it's staticky. You get static friction definitely off this pad because my hairs are sticking up. But that's it. You got two pads that, in my opinion, do not contribute to their price to performance, which is sad because the High-Star pad looks pretty damn cool. But I just, once again, that price point is way too high. It's not too high, but it should be around $40 for the High-Star. When you get a pad that, like, you pick it up and it doesn't feel like it's $50, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that at all. Here's the backing. Nice stitched tag, but it's not $50 worth for a product that only has 300 units for what they say. And there you have it. 2 pads that underperformed, in my opinion. Now, if you want to go pick them up, go pick them up. Go at it. If you like them, you like them. In my opinion, I did not like them at all. We love you guys. Rise up. God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.